everyone, Stacy from Dies to Die For, back with another Halloween card for you. Today we are going to be using our rats die, our wood boards, our spooky tree, our zombie, the beware scary keep out words, loose stitched rectangle, and then our wood fence background. This is the card we'll be making. Let's get started by some zombie creating. Now, this is how I do my zombies. I cut out 3 for each one of the zombies I made. I cut out 3. One of them I ink the shirt and the shoes. One of them I ink the pants and the hair. And one of them I ink the skin. Now, you could cut this down to 2. You could just bend this and bend this one in and then bend the shoes up and ink each part individually. I just sometimes thinks it, sometimes, goodness, what is up with my words? They're escaping me. Sometimes I think it's easier just to cut out an extra piece when you're just doing 1 or 2. If you're doing a ton of them, then anyway, once I ink them, like this piece is for the shirt and the shoes, so I'm going to snip off the shirt. And then the shoes, I'm not going to snip those off until I'm ready to glue them down. Otherwise, I will lose them. The body part is what I'm going to glue everything down to. So let me get our pants. When I was cutting all these zombie pieces out earlier, I had a whole bunch of like legs left like this and arms. I think I'm gonna do something here. I go talking about more Halloween cards, but something with all of these sticking up out of the trash can die that we have. Maybe we'll save that idea for next year. I'll just hold on to all my zombie parts until next year. Okay, now I'm gonna snip the hair and the shoes off, because I'm about ready to glue them down. But if I don't glue these little pieces down right away, they will be gone. I've already lost 1 piece of hair today when I was trying to make them. And it sounds like a kiddo is home now. But don't worry, he's usually my quiet kiddo. Except for the slamming of the door. Okay, put the hair on. Okay, now I have all my little pieces down, so I'm not as worried about getting the shirt and the pants down quick. There we go, that's how I make our little zombies. And this die is one that I think this one needs to be layered to get the full effect. Oh, that's still in there. We want that little bone piece out. For my A2 size card, I only made 1 zombie. Let me show you what I did on the card. Okay, I cut out the stitched rectangle in black, and then I distressed the edges. Then I cut out the wood fence in brown, and it's a textured paper, so I went over it with a little bit of brown too to add some dimension. And I've already glued those together. Now I'm going to take 6 of our wood boards, and I'm going to lay them out first because I'm not confident I'll be able to space them right if I don't lay them out first. And just kind of zigzag them to make it look like a gate that's been boarded shut. Perfect. Now If I took them all back off, there is no way that I would get them spaced where they're at again. So I'm going to try to slide one board at a time out and then slide it back in. These glued down. And this card, I think, looks a little complicated because there's a lot of pieces on it, but it's really not. It's really one of the easier cards. I say as I'm holding pieces down with one hand, but really, it is. Okay. Can't promise once we get to the slim line that it's going to be as easy. There's more pieces involved there, but we will see. Okay, I'm going to move those out of the way now because I pretty much know I only have 2 left. I can space those, or I can't, and I'll mess the whole card up. We'll see. It'll be an adventure. You guys like taking adventures with me, don't you? And these boards do hang off the edge of the card a little bit. That's okay. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to take our tree, our spooky tree, and I cut out, there's 2 pieces on the spooky tree. I actually cut out both of them, and then I'm going to layer them because I wanted my tree a little bit taller than what I got. So I just layered them to add a little bit of an extra base piece onto it. Make it a little taller. And that seemed to work perfectly for me. That tree right there. Now that I'm looking at this, I should have cut out some ravens too and put them on the branches. So if you have the scarecrow die, or crows, ravens, whatever. If you have the scarecrow die, you could do something like that. All right, let's glue our zombie down. This zombie, like I said, it's one that kind of has to be layered. Looking at it, just one layer, I'm not really crazy about it. And I know I drew it, but I wasn't crazy about it when you do it in one layer. But when he's all layered, I think he's really cute. As cute as a zombie can be, at least. Put our word down next. I'm going to put it right on that top board. And then we have some bats and rats. I want a rat that is standing up because he's going to kind of hide that little part in the tree that I layered right there. Then we want another little rat by the zombie's feet. I don't know why, because rats and zombies go together in my world, in my mind. Plus I had some extra rats that I'd cut out for another Halloween card that I just had to use up. Alright, that's not, yeah, that's right. Now I put half of a smaller pop dot on the bat's wings because I wanted those popped up a little bit. I'm going to use 2 bats on this card. Come on. I still, yep. Getting too into this card and forgetting to look to make sure I'm still on screen. I should put some tape marks right on my glass mat to show me, oh, you're off screen here. That would be easier, wouldn't it? No, it wouldn't, because my old mat did have marks and I still went off screen the whole time. One more little half of a pop dot. See, this card is pretty easy. There's just a lot of pieces to it. I should do another Halloween mini die with all the creepiness, the zombie, and maybe some little rats on it. I know, we already have them all individually, but wouldn't it be better to just buy one die with all of them on it? There we go. There is our A2 card. It still needs jewels on it. If you can see on the original, I put little black jewels to make it look like they're nails in the boards. But I will do that once I get all done with this card. Move everything off of it. And this one I already kind of laid out where I want them. Oh, I was going to glue them down, but I wanted to show you how I made this. That's right. This card, I used the wood fence background plate also. We do have a slimline driftwood die that I could have used just as easily, but I didn't. I just used the same dies. I just cut two of them. Like I used the loose stitch rectangles also and cut two of them out. And then once we get to the center, I'll show you, but I cut them down in the center until they were on both sides, until they kind of met in the middle. Does that make sense? Okay, see, there's the little line right there where I cut them down and just butted them up together. And I did the same thing with the rectangles behind it. Why? I don't know. Just to make it more complicated, I guess. No. This one I'm not gonna pop up as much because I want to cover as much of that seam as I can. Not put up as much. Maybe if I put it a little bit straighter. There we go. See? Now it covers the seam. If you're layering dies like that for a slimline, then just put something in the middle that you can cover that seam up. And nobody will ever know that it was actually an A2 die that you used. I mean, unless they watch my videos and I tell them. I gotta spread these last two out a little bit more, or I'm not gonna have enough to go all the way to the top. That's good. They don't have to be even, right? Because it's like somebody just came out and boarded up their fence really quick to keep the zombies out. They didn't have time to measure, and I think I might turn that to the bottom though. Okay. Is that gonna bug me that now they're layered the opposite way, or what I feel is the opposite way? I don't think it's gonna bug me. I think I'm gonna be okay with it. Now, the thing with this tree is I kind of want it a little bit taller than the other one. So I think we're gonna go up here and I'm gonna shave the rest down. Let's get it glued together. Okay, now I can come back and cut that part off. But see how it's sticking out a little? If you just trim that up and make them look like they belong. There you go, like that. Of course, now I'm not going to have a rat tall enough to reach there, but what could I put on there? Could I put a stick to make it look like it fell? I could, right? Like a fallen tree. Usually I kind of like that. I think I'm going to do that. That is such a good idea. You guys are full of good ideas. That right there. And then I cut out a lot of zombies for this one. I don't know if I'm going to use them all, but I would rather have them and be able to finish my card than to get to that point and be like, oh, I need more zombies. Sorry, you guys are going to have to wait to see the finished project. I think we're going to put that one right there. And I used a bunch of inks in this card. They were all Simon Hurley, like the Gur, Wolf. Can't remember. That was Later Gator, maybe. And Prom Queen. I don't know, just a whole bunch of them. Okay, now we gotta decide where our zombies are gonna go. We can do a whole army of zombies. I mean, they're all facing the same way, but does that matter? It look like there's an army of zombies waiting to get in. I think we're gonna go with it. We are gonna do that. We're gonna use all the zombies. Please give me all the zombies. Probably using all the zombies. I really didn't have to put that fallen wood piece, but the more zombies, the better. You don't want to make them look like they're holding hands, though. Look, his hand's behind that wood board like he's trying to pull it off. I think I've told you guys before, my youngest son always wants me to cut out pieces for him. Like the zombies is one of them, but he plays with them, like when I cut them out, he plays with them like they're little action figures. It's so funny. Because zombies are always having wars and be cute for traveling somewhere. Cutting the zombies out of magnetic sheets. And then just bringing a little, like even a kitchen pan with you. So, oh, I think I'm going to have to do that actually now that I say that. Bring a little kitchen pan with you, a metal pan, so they can play and dress the zombies up. And you wanna know what? I'm going to do that. I'll have to show you guys when I do it. My son would love it. Especially, we like to go on little mini road trips and be something to keep them off their tablets and keep them entertained. Because usually that's what, when we go on a road trip somewhere, that, you know, they've got their tablets and stuff, but you don't really like them being on the tablets the whole, like the last place we went was to Chicago, so for 3 hours they're sitting on their tablets. And of course somebody always forgets to charge their tablet. Not me, the kids, because they're in charge of charging their own tablets. And then it's fighting over the cords that we have in the car. Oh, kids. So much fun. I think because I have the keep outward already inked, I think I'm gonna put that on there too. Not that zombies can read the keep out, but we can be hopeful, right? They'll see it and say, oh, we shouldn't be here. I'll just go away. Now I can't. I have some of that magnetic paper or magnetic sheets that are different colors. I have them somewhere because I used to take my paper punches and punch them out. I have the old EK Success doll paper punches, and I would punch them out for my daughter, and she'd play with them on the refrigerator at our old store. Ooh, I know what I'm gonna do with. We need some rats scurrying across these logs too. What do you think? Oh, these boards, not logs, boards. So Mr. Bat, you're gonna go, because there's gonna be a rat there. So how are you guys enjoying our Halloween videos so far? I have lost track of how many I've made. I guess when I go to load this and number it, I'll know how many I've made, huh? Let's see, I think maybe I only have 6 more Halloween cards left. So I'm getting down there. Like I said, I think there might still be 1 or 2 that I'm not able to get on this Halloween, so I might just do those in November just to get them all done. There we go. I like it. Alright, now we need to find our black jewels and put those on quick, and then I will let you guys go. Not that I'm holding you here, but yes, you must stay. You cannot go until I am done. Okay, since I already know where these are going to go, I'm just going to put my dabs on them. I'm going to put 2 on each side that's exposed. Putting my dabs on them. Alright, we'll make it go a little bit faster. If I can turn these jewels over in my screen, you can't see me struggling with them. Good. You don't need to see that. There's nothing to see here. Don't move on, because I already told you you can't go till I'm done. Trying to find all the same size. It's the medium size in these, and these are our black glass jewels. I ordered these specifically for Halloween, and so far that's all I've used them for is Halloween cards. Of course, that's all I've been doing lately is Halloween. I still don't, we're supposed to have a pumpkin carving party this weekend. Well, actually, by the time this airs, it'll be over because I'm pre-recording. But we're supposed to have a pumpkin carving party, and I still do not have anything decorated. My house is a mess because, as some of you know, we moved out of our warehouse and moved everything into my house and my pole building. So I have paper everywhere. And then on top of all that, I thought, oh, it'll be fun to throw a Halloween party. What am I thinking? We actually do it every year, so it's kind of a tradition every year for I think the last 12 years or so. was 1 year that we missed, but that's, I think that was in 2020. We didn't do it then. But anyway, I have a lot of decorating to get done for that. I just have not been able to do it this week because I have had a double ear infection, bronchitis, and a sinus infection, so I was down for a couple of days. Alright, there are the jewels on one. Let's do the same thing on this. Now I'm on antibiotics and I'm feeling better, so the kids will be on fall break so they can help me decorate. We will get it all done, and what's not done, I don't care. Those nails are going to be a little off, but some of these I'm having a hard time telling if they're the smaller size, or can't tell until I get them over there. I don't know why. Kind of like the look of the little glass jewels on there. I think I might have to pour more jewels out though, because I think that I'm running out. Oh, yep, that's a big one. We don't want a big one there. All right, more jewels. Wouldn't it be great if there's like a tray to pour these out on? I'm kidding. I have probably, I don't know, 5 of them somewhere. The little tidy trays. Who wants to make it easy on themselves and actually use that stuff? I mean, we believe in roughing it when we're crafting, right? One, 2, 3, 4. Only 6 more. We're almost there, ladies and gentlemen. We can do it. Now, if they were all as easy to find as those last 2, that one had to flip over at the last minute. I think I told you before, these glass jewels are a little more top heavy than the resin jewels, so it's hard to keep them one way. And I should probably hurry up and end this video because I don't know what time it is, and I have kids that need to be picked up from school. All right, there we go. We got all the jewels on. Thank you for watching another Halloween video. We are almost done with the Halloween series. Then we can move on to something else. Have a great